I don't talk about my personal life, okay. But I don't have a ring on my finger. So I'm accepting engagement rings in the mail. Okay. If you would like to send them. I'm not quite sure what my ring size is, so just send a raw diamond. Okay. Care of Olivia Munn. That would be great. It's always very nice when people give you those kind of monikers, but I prefer to consider myself as more of like a geek tour guide. Geek tour guide? Yeah, like I can like lead the pack and like point out famous buildings and tell you when to have your sack lunch, and then, you know, lead like we can play hide and seek together. But I think titles like that belong to people much more glamorous than me. Maybe it will, but I think there's enough, like in the Newsroom, especially last season, I was lucky enough to get a lot of different variations and storylines, and the thing about Sloane is she can go from playing awkward and uncomfortable and messing up, and in the next episode you see, you know, her going right up against Charlie and really being very serious and holding herself back and being very respectful, and then next thing you know we're doing Sorkin in Japanese, and then it's rattling off stuff from the economy, and then it's fumbling again and doing something silly. So thankfully in this show I get enough opportunities to show different levels, and then also in other in Magic Mike, you know, with Soderbergh, there wasn't anything really silly about that character. So if I keep getting opportunities like that, hopefully it won't, you know. But then I did do the movie, that music video, Channing All Over Your Tatum, with Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx. So maybe that did put me back into a box, but I'm fine being in that box. I don't think I see myself as either. I think it's always important to bring something comedic to every role, no matter how dramatic it is. It's much more fun to watch a drama where somebody at least has a little bit of a sense of humor, because that's just life. But I consider myself just somebody who's trying to do the best job that I can and trying to entertain audiences and hopefully make people escape their world for a little bit, or start to just, you know, be entertained at least for a little bit, as long as I can. The Daily Show was what changed at least the perception in the business for me, because when you have somebody like Jon Stewart, who gives you his mark of approval and brings me onto that show, that changed for me. But I don't think my life has changed at all. The only thing is that the opportunities I'm getting are greater, and I have to focus. I mean, I'm focusing just as much as I was before on the roles I have to do, but my life hasn't changed. I don't have, my life hasn't changed really at all. I get to go to amazing places like Singapore, but my life is still pretty much the same. I'm still hustling, and I'm still climbing and trying to get opportunities and work with great people and great directors, and it's still the same fight that it was before. I don't know when that changes. It would be nice. You know, you see people who their whole life changes after one thing, and that's not me yet.